Yinke Africa, Tan Consultancy Limited, and Clyde & Co. Thank you very much. We appreciate your presence and your continued association. So ladies and gentlemen, in just a short while, if you would join me in placing your mobile devices on silence, we should be getting underway for a very interesting, very exciting launch of Tiseza flagship products event. Karibuni sana, most welcome. Oh, another major thing, karibu sana. Hi Faith, karibu, good to see you. I wish to be acquainted with the representatives of our sponsors, as I've mentioned them. I know Faith from GSM, from Azania. I would love to get a card so that when I introduce you on stage, I do it with pomp. Salam. Safi kabisa. From Yinke Africa, Tan Consultants Limited, Yinke. Okay, I'll come see you in a minute. And Clyde & Co. Okay, be seeing you shortly. All right. And Azania, did I see a hand from Azania? Oh, good stuff. Okay, please prepare your card. I'll come see you in a minute. All right, thank you very much. Safi. All right, I see action. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Number to Smame, please stand, and let's put our hands together as we welcome our guest of honor into the room, ladies and gentlemen. Your hands, please. All right, most welcome. And on behalf of the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza, honorable guest of honor, as you walked in, you noticed that the room is extremely full. People were here from 7 a.m. in the morning, anxiously awaiting for this very special occasion. And we wish to welcome you all to the launch of Africa's new manufacturing hubs. Our motto is Invest in Tanzania, Africa's new investment hub. Karibuni, Tanzania. Honorable guest of honor, key items on the agenda include requesting you to officially launch Tiseza flagship products, namely the Special Economic Zones, SEZs. And we've also had a bit of a tutorial on the AI-powered Tiseza chatbot that we will ask you to launch today. You'll also witness a contract signing between Kibaha District Council, Halmashauri ya Wilaya Kibaha, and Sinodawa Industrial Park Tanzania Limited, who are developing at Kwala Kibaha District. And it's my great pleasure now to roll off the protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, my great pleasure to request you to put your hands together to the Honorable Professor Kitila Mkumbo, Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment. Please show your appreciation for his presence. Accompanying the Honorable Minister is Dr. Tausi Kida, Permanent Secretary, the President's Office, Planning and Investment. Amakida, your hands, ladies and gentlemen. And the District Commissioner of Kahama, Honorable Frank Nkinda. Good to have you at the table. And the Board Chairman, Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Ambassador Aziz Ponari Mlima. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge his presence at the table. We also wish to acknowledge, now just about to be seated, the Director General of Tiseza, Gilead Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands, please. In the room, notably our signatories, and I will leave the protocol open for the other speakers in the room. May I please acknowledge the presence of Regina Bieda. Please rise. From the Executive Director, Kibaha District Council, one of the signatories today. And the Chairman of Sinodawa Industrial Park Tanzania Limited, Mr. Paul Zhang. It's my great pleasure to note your presence in the room. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, investors, both local and foreign, Karibuni Tanzania, welcome to Invest in Tanzania. More hands, ladies and gentlemen. Let's warm up the room.
Honorable Professor Kitila Mkumbo, Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment, Dr. Tausi Kida, Permanent Secretary, President's Office, Planning and Investment, Ambassador Aziz Mlima, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Honorable Frank Nkinda, District Commissioner for Kahama District, representing the Regional Commissioner of Shinyanga, Alhaj Jabir Shekimweri, District Commissioner for Dodoma, representing the Regional Commissioner for Dodoma, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, leaders of government institutions, CEOs and captains of industry, led by our dear friend Abdul Majid Nsekela, Group CEO and Managing Director of CRDB Bank, and who is our partner. Members of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you to this landmark occasion, the official launch of the National Investment Promotion Campaign for our Special Economic Zones, which we have called it Africa, the New Manufacturing Hub. Today is just not simply the launching of this Special Economic Zone, but quite a defining moment where we put the future of Tanzania's industrial and investment landscape on a completely different trajectory. It is the beginning of a bold, coordinated and ambitious drive to bring manufacturing and make Tanzania the magnet for investment, as well as a catalyst for industrialization and an engine for Tanzania's inclusive economic growth. As we will hear later during the presentation, that we will be showcasing at least 5 of our special economic zone sites. That is Nala, Kwala, Buzwagi, Bagamoyo Eco-Maritime City, as well as the expansion of the Bagamoyo, Benjamin William Mkapa Special Economic Zone. These are just the beginning and the initial 5. We have over 30,000 hectares of land across the country, which I will speak in detail during the second part of this session during the presentations. In the meantime, I acknowledge our leaders, our Honorable Minister, our Permanent Secretary, our Chairman of the Board, Diplomatic Corps, and each and every one of you, captains of industry, who have made time to be here for our event today. Allow me to appreciate not only the board and the management and the tireless effort of our staff who have been here all night to make sure that this event becomes a success. I really appreciate the close to 200 strong people that work with me to make sure that we achieve what we are about to achieve today. On behalf of the board, management, and staff, I welcome you. And on that note, allow me to welcome Permanent Secretary Dr. Tausi Kida for her opening remarks. Karibuni sana.
Your Excellency Professor Kitila Alexander Mkumbo, Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment, Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Azizi Mlima, Chair of the Board, Tiseza, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors who are present this morning, District Commissioner for Kahama, representing the Regional Commissioner, Mr. Gilead Terry, Director General, Tiseza, District Commissioner, representative of District Commissioner from Dodoma, heads of institutions. I see my brother here, Mr. Majid Nsekela, CEO of CRDB Bank, all leaders of the private companies present this morning, management and staff of Tiseza, member of media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, habarini za asubuhi. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. It gives me a greatest honor and privilege to stand before you today to deliver these special welcoming remarks on an occasion of such a national significance, the official launch of the National Investment Promotion Campaign for Special Economic Zones in Tanzania. Today we gather more than just an event. It is a strategic turning point in our country's investment history. It's a bold statement of intent by the six-phase government to accelerate our journey towards becoming the industrial powerhouse of Africa. This launch is a direct reflection of our national vision to leverage Tanzania's unique comparative and competitive advantages, from our geographic location and resource endowment to our political stability and progressive investment policies, to attract sustainable and transformative investments. Ladies and gentlemen, the Special Economic Zones Program is one of the most powerful tools for achieving this vision. Around the world, CEZ have proven to be the engine of growth, generating employment, increasing exports, facilitating technology transfer, and driving industrial innovation. By integrating CEZ development with Tanzania's strategic infrastructure, such as the standard gauge railway, modern port, expanded airports, and the Julius Nyerere hydropower plant, we are laying the foundation for the inclusive economic transformation that reaches every region of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, We are privileged today to be joined by a leader who has been instrumental in shaping and driving these transformative policies, Honorable Professor Kitila Alexander Mkumbo. Honorable Mkumbo is not only a minister, but also a visionary leader, a strategist, a committed reformer, and a tireless advocate for sustainable economic development. Under his stewardship, the ministry has played a central role in integrating investment corridors, streamlining regulatory frameworks, and fostering strong public-private partnerships, all aimed at unlocking Tanzania's full industrial potential. Professor Mkumbo's leadership has given renewed momentum to national investment promotion efforts, ensuring that Tanzania remains an attractive destination for both domestic and foreign investors. Through his guidance, we have seen the birth of strategies that link SEZ with regional markets, promote industrial clusters, and encourage productive joint ventures between Tanzania entrepreneurs and international investors. Tunaweza kumpigia makofi, hata Tiseza ni zao lake pia. Hongera sana Mheshimiwa Waziri. So on behalf of Tiseza, our partners and all participants present, I extend to you, Honorable Minister, a very warm and heartfelt welcome. We are eager to hear your words of inspiration and your call to action as we embark on this ambitious journey to elevate Tanzania's special economic zones to new heights of success. Ladies and gentlemen, with great respect and enthusiasm, please join me in welcoming Honorable Professor Kitila Alexander Mkumbo to the podium to deliver his keynote address and official launching the National Investment Promotion Campaign for Special Economic Zones. Karibu, Mheshimiwa Waziri.
Dr. Tauskida, the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the President responsible for planning and investment, and thank you very much for your kind words. Honorable Frank Kinde, the District Commissioner for Kahama, who is representing the RC for Shinyanga, and Mheshimiwa Ali Haj Jabri Shekimweri, the District Commissioner of Dodoma, representing the Regional Commissioner for Dodoma, and Ambassador Aziz Mlima, who are here, including our friend Mr. Majid. Two things. First of all, when I was coming, I was not aware this event was as big as I can see now. I thought this was a simple event with only a few people introducing this interesting project by Tiseza, but I can see that the hall is full with so many people. The second surprise, when I was coming here, I was actually prepared to make my address in Kiswahili, only to realize that the audience and my predecessors were speaking in English. So you'll allow me, my friends, to really allow me to speak in Kiswahili. I will try, for purposes of comfortability, allow me to address you in Kiswahili. Most of the things I'm going to say, they will be repeated by DG Tiseza na Katibu Mkuu kwa kuandaa hafla hii. Hafla ambayo ni muhimu sana. And to really thank DG Terry. This is his first event as Director General of Tiseza. And I think the way he has organized, he wanted to impress me that he was rightly appointed into this position. Very fast event, but also very colorful. Kwa hiyo, hongera sana Bwana Terry and your team. And can I see the Tiseza team please standing? Tuwaone tu timu ya Tiseza wote popote mlipo. Hongereni sana, hongereni sana. Thank you very much. We are very proud of you. You are doing a very good job. But more important, to thank you all for turning up in such big numbers to this event, which by itself shows a very big support for our institution, Tiseza. Thank you very much for coming. So, tulipoanzisha taasisi hii ya Tiseza, kama mnavyofahamu, Tiseza ni matokeo ya kuunganisha taasisi zetu mbili, TIC na EPZA. Na lengo kubwa kwa kweli kufanya hivyo ilikuwa ni kurahisisha mazingira ya uwekezaji kwa wawekezaji, especially the foreign investors. We had a lot of complaints. Sometimes they go to EPZA, they are told you go to TIC. They go to TIC, they are told to go to EPZA. And sometimes these two institutions were actually struggling to get these investors. Everyone was trying to attract the investors to their side. So TIC wanting investors and EPZA wanting investors of their own. And as a minister, occasionally and sometimes quite frequently, I had to resolve conflict between our two institutions to decide this investor where I should go. And I remember a couple of friends coming to my office in Dodoma complaining to me, so should we go to EPZA or should we go to TIC? And I was asking them, where do you want to go? You choose yourself. So that was a confusion. We decided, okay, by and large, the two institutions, we are really doing similar functions. They were promoting investment for this country. They were facilitating investment. They are providing education. The only difference was that one was on special economic zones, which is going to be dealt with later this afternoon. And the second one was that EPZA was involved in construction of investment infrastructure. Otherwise, most of the functions were the same. So the government, through the guidance of our president, we decided that these two institutions are going to merge. So initially it was difficult to convince the stakeholders that was the right decision, lakini hatimaye tukakubaliana kwamba iende hapo. The second thing, which is important for Tiseza as you start, is to clear the air. One of the weaknesses of our TIC was that it was largely seen to be an institution promoting investment for foreigners. And therefore a number of Tanzanians were not actually seeing that as their institution. And Terry, when I was the director of TIC, I think in 2023, 2024, they did a very good job. Walienda nchi nzima kuhakikisha kwamba wanaonyesha Watanzania kwamba hii ni taasisi yenu na matunda yake tumeona. So as we begin with Tiseza, we wanted from the very beginning to be very clear that this is an institution for investors, both local and foreigners, with same emphasis, same level of importance. Jambo la pili. And therefore, majukumu ya Tiseza ni yale yale. One, kuhamasisha uwekezaji, investment promotion. This is going to be key. Hapa tulipo leo, I think that's the function you are going to be doing to promote investment for this country. Lakini tu kutoa elimu, especially kwa Tanzania. Tutoe sana elimu ya uwekezaji kwa Watanzania. Na moja ya elimu ni kuambia Watanzania kwamba kuwekeza sio lazima uwe tajiri. Kamshahara kadogo nako kapata, kabiashara kadogo nako kapata, weka akiba na tumia akiba hiyo kuwekeza. Mimi nafahamu marafiki zangu wengi tu ambao walikuwa wajanja kuliko sisi enzi tukisoma vyuo vikuu, walikuwa wakipewa kitu kinaitwa boom, walikuwa wana save na kupitia boom wakaanza kuwekeza, wanunua viwanja, na leo ni wafanyabiashara wakubwa katika nchi yetu. Kwa kuwa mwekezaji kwa kweli sio lazima uwe tajiri, isipokuwa uwekezaji unaweza kukufanya ukawa tajiri. Kwa Tanzania hili ni eneo ambalo Tiseza lazima tutoe elimu kwa Tanzania, kwa vijana wetu wanaomaliza vyuo vikuu, kwa kina mama na wote kabisa, watutoe elimu ya uwekezaji kwa wananchi wetu ili waweze kuwekeza na kuwaeleza waziwazi kwamba uwekezaji ni njia pekee ya kujenga uchumi. Msipowekeza maana yake uchumi unabaki pale ulipo. Ili uchumi ukue, lazima tufanye uwekezaji ili uweze kuendelea kuzalisha uchumi. Kazi ya tatu of course ni kuwezesha wawekezaji na kuwezesha wawekezaji. So this idea of investment facilitation and facilitating investors so is one thing to promote. So when investors come here, we must ensure that we are able to facilitate them to be able to invest. And once they invest, we should be able to ensure that we are able to take care of them, because they are here investing so that they make profit. That is the main purpose of investment at the end of the day. They are able to invest, do business, and make a profit. So it is our responsibility to ensure that they are able to meet those objectives. So it is not just enough to promote and people are coming here, halafu tukawatelekeza. No, we have to continue working with them closely. We are able to facilitate them, especially friends who are coming from outside the country. And of course, kuwalea. This is why you have the aftercare department. Investors also need to continue being aftercared. On behalf of the government, I want to ensure friends who are coming to invest in this country, we will continue improving the investment climate and the business environment. As you are aware, while there is the Tax Reform Commission going on, working on our tax reforms, and we hope that it's going to come up with important tax reform measures which are going to address a lot of concerns that we may be having. We also have a team which is working on the second version of the Mkumbi, what is that in Kiswahili? The blueprint for regulatory reforms for investment and business in Tanzania. And that is going to conclude before the end of this year. So those two tasks that are undergoing, ya kodi na ya investment, once they are complete, we hope that they're going to bring a lot of reforms, further reforms in the investment climate as well as a business environment. So the government is very much committed to continue improving the business environment. Na nizungumza na Tanzania. Lengo la Mheshimiwa Rais katika awamu hii ya pili ya mageuzi ya uwekezaji ni kuhamasisha na kuwezesha Watanzania waweze kufanya uwekezaji na kufanya biashara. Kama nilivyosema, kwa muda mrefu sana taasisi yetu iliyokuwa ya TIC ilionekana kwamba ni taasisi ya kuwezesha uwekezaji wa nje. Lakini kwa kweli uwekezaji wa nje ni muhimu, lakini hakuna nchi yote ambayo imejengwa na uwekezaji kutoka nje. Wajenzi wa nchi ni Watanzania wenyewe, na tungetaka kuona kabisa wanawezeshwa na kuwekeza ili tuendelee kujenga nchi yetu katika maeneo ya kiuchumi. And today we have a special focus on special economic zones, maeneo maalum ya kiuchumi. As you are aware, our Dira 2050 places heavy emphasis on manufacturing. Dira 2050 tumeweka emphasis kubwa sana kwenye ujenzi wa viwanda kama moja ya sekta ya kimageuzi. And one way to promote industrialization is really through the special economic zones. We have studies across many countries which we know that they are where they are today because of special focus on special economic zones, and that is what we are trying to do. Lengo ni kuchochea uzalishaji katika sekta ya viwanda, na nchi zote kwa kweli zilipitia hivyo. Na Tanzania tulianza jambo hili mwaka 2004. Tukaamua kutenga maeneo katika nchi yetu yaende kwenye maeneo maalum ya kiuchumi. And as we speak, we have about 34 special economic zones across the country, the majority of which are owned and managed by the government. I think only 11 are by the private sector, 23 by the government. We want to reverse that. We would like most of these to be owned and managed by the private sector. Because as you're aware, DIRA 2050 requires us to have the private sector as the engine of the economic transformation that we are seeking to achieve. And we have others in the form of export processing zones, more than 200 across the country. But most of these, as Tiseza will explain later, they are undeveloped. And I think that it is important that we are able to develop these ones. Today, you are going to be invited specifically to focus on our 5 specifically and strategically selected special economic zones. You have Nala, which is 607 hectares. Nala is in Dodoma, where we also have the Nala dry port. So this is going to be linked very nicely to the dry port, but also to SGR. You have Kuala special economic zones, which is also linked to SGR, and this was launched just recently by High Excellency the President. This is about 40.5 hectares. You have Uzwagi special economic zones in Shinyanga, which is why we have the district commissioner here. This is more than 1,000 hectares, 1,333 hectares, the largest so far. I think this is also nicely located. The SGR will be passing through that particular area. And then you have the former, which was called the Bagamoyo Special Economic Zone. Now it's called Bagamoyo Eco-Maritime City, to emphasize the fact that this is located nicely into the maritime ecosystem. We're going to begin with 151 hectares, Special Economic Zone, and this is going to be the industrial parks, I think 3 of them. And of course, as Harry says, we're going to be expanding the Benjamin William Mkapa Special Economic Zone. You have around 13,000 square meters there. These have been specifically, but also strategically selected because they have the potential to enhance the economic outputs, but also they have very well linked to markets because they are connected to all our transport system. And therefore, we are going to be putting a special advert on these areas so that we invite you to invest. And the priority is going to be given to, obviously, local investors and partnership. If you can partner between foreign investors and local investors, that will be very much appreciated. At least 30% if it is owned by Tanzanians ni nzuri. Kwa hiyo Watanzania hapa, haya maeneo tumeyachagua na tungetaka kuona kwa kweli kipaumbele kikubwa. Tutafurahi sana Watanzania wakienda kuwekeza katika maeneo haya. Kama sio peke yako, basi ushirikiane na wawekezaji kutoka nje. Lengo letu angalau 30% ya watakaowekeza humu yawekeze kati ya Watanzania, umiliki huo ni wa Tanzania. Lengo kama nilivyosema ni kuwapa Wanatanzania nafasi katika shughuli za kiuchumi, na ndio lengo kubwa sana Mheshimiwa Rais, na hata kwenye ilani yetu ambayo tumeilaunch hivi karibuni na kwenye dira. Nataka kusisitiza the kind of investment that you are going to be putting in these special economic zones. You are free to choose your own investment, but we have 5 guidelines that have been specified in the Vision 2050 that will be very much interested. So number 1, the investment that you're going to be putting is the one which is going to employment multiplier. So employment is going to be a criterion number 1 to consider to approve investment in these areas. Number 2, export enhancing. So the investment you are putting, if it's going to add and increase, enhance our export potential, this kind of investment will be very much welcome. Number 3, we prefer, as I said earlier, of course, this industrial park, so value addition is key. As you are aware, this country is blessed with an abundance of natural resources. And for the past, almost throughout our independence, we have been exporting product unprocessed. We are very much known for exporting raw materials. Going forward, we'd like to add value to these natural resources. So any investment that adds value will be very much welcome. Kuongeza thamani kwenye mazao yetu, iwe ni kilimo, iwe ni madini, iwe ni misitu. It is going to be an important criterion. Number 4, we prefer investment which provides sector linkage, so that one investment promotes the other sectors, not just standing alone. And lastly, and obviously, of course, is the revenue generation potential. At the end of the day, the government needs revenue to be able to provide services. So any investment which is enhancing the capacity of the government to generate revenue will be very much welcome. Kwa ndugu zangu, hayo ni vigezo vitano ambavyo tunaviangalia sana kwenye kuchagua investment. So this time around, it is not going to be enough to come up with the big capital. Where we are coming from, our focus has mainly been on the size of the capital. If you bring your several $billion here, we're very happy. But we are adding. The investment you are putting should be in line and should be promoting our economic goals, which I've just mentioned. So that is key. And of course, we are going to continue providing both tax and non-tax incentives in these areas, protection, services, and as I said earlier, these areas are nicely linked to markets. Let me conclude my remarks by emphasizing that Tiseza, kazi mnayo kubwa ya kuhakikisha kwamba maeneo haya maalum ya kiuchumi yanaonekana. Where we are coming from, our investment promotion has been in other areas. We have not done a good job in terms of promoting the special economic zones investment. Going forward, hili ni eneo ambalo lazima tuliwekeze. But secondly, and connect to that one, investment in the local government authorities. We have the national investment, but actually let us go down, twende chini kwenye halmashauri zetu. Lengo la Mheshimiwa Rais na lengo la dira ni kubadilisha mamlaka za serikali za mitaa kuwa vituo vya kiuchumi, sio tu vituo vya utawala. Kwa tungependa sana haya maeneo maalum ya kiuchumi yatokee kule kwenye mamlaka za serikali za mitaa, na wao wenyewe wamiliki na kuendesha. Let Tiseza be a facilitator of local government as investment promoting agencies also. We will be very happy to see investors having agreements with our local government authorities, which is why I'm very happy that I'm going to be witnessing a signing of MOU between Kibaha, is it Kibaha, right? And one of the investors. That is what we want to go. So Tiseza is a national investment promotion institution, but investment is actually happening at the local government level. And therefore the local government level should be the ones that are executing these agencies. Kwa hiyo ujumbe wangu kwa mamlaka ya serikali za mtaa, tafadhali wakae mkao wa kuwezesha wawekezaji, wawezeshe biashara, wasikae tu kwenye mkao wa kiutawala na kutafuta makosa kwa wawekezaji na kuwashughulikia. Wakae mkao wa kuwezesha, sio kudhibiti. Sababu tunapotoka huko tumekuwa watu wa kudhibiti. Lugha iwe ni kuwezesha na kufanikisha uwekezaji na biashara katika nchi yetu. Hii ni jukumu kubwa sana la mamlaka ya serikali za mitaa, kwa sababu kama rais na baraza lake la mawaziri wote, hata tukiwa na nia njema kiasi gani, kama watu wetu kuchini, wakuu wa wilaya, wakurugenzi wetu wa halmashauri, mamea na kadhalika, hawatakuwa na uwezo huo wa kuona uwezekano wa kuendesha biashara, itakuwa ni changamoto. Na kwa sababu tupo kwenye kipindi cha uchaguzi, kipindi cha uchaguzi, mnavyotupima sisi wagombea, chagueni viongozi ambao wamekaa mkao wa kuwezesha biashara na kuwezesha uwekezaji. Hilo ni jambo la msingi sana. Hakuna namna, jamani, tumeweka malengo makubwa mno kwenye dira. Kufikisha uchumi wa trilioni 1 sio jambo dogo, ni kubwa, na lazima kila mtu aweze kushiriki hapo. Na uchumi mkubwa katika nchi yetu upo kwenye mamlaka za serikali za mitaa. Hata bajeti yetu ipo kule. Kwa mamlaka za serikali za mitaa, mwenyekiti wa bodi, nadhani muwe na session maalum ya kuweza kuwajengea uwezo, kuwapa elimu, kuwahamasisha na kubadilisha mtazamo wao kuhusu masuala ya uwekezaji na biashara katika nchi yetu, ili wakae mkao wa kuwezesha badala ya mkao wa kudhibiti. La pili, wapeni nafasi wa Tanzania kuwekeza. Na haitoshi kuwapa nafasi, mwapeni elimu. Watu wafundishwe. Kama mnavyofahamu, wengi tuliosoma huko nyuma, mitaala yetu ilifundisha elimu zingine mbali na biashara. Mambo ya hela haya, mambo ya biashara hatukufundishwa. Sasa Tiseza ikae mkao wa kufundisha kwa kushiriki na taasisi zingine kama Brela na Tantrade, tuwafundishe wa Tanzania umuhimu na namna ya kufanya biashara, masuala ya kuwekeza, ili hatimaye wa Tanzania wawe wawekezaji katika nchi yao. Hili ni eneo ambalo nadhani pia ni muhimu. La tatu ni kuwahamasisha wa Tanzania kuchangamkia fursa. Kama nilivyosema, serikali itaweka mazingira yote mazuri ya uwekezaji na biashara, lakini hatimaye anayefanya biashara anapaswa kuwa Mtanzania. Tunaweka mazingira yote ya kuwalinda, lakini matamanio ya serikali, badala ya Watanzania kutaka tu kulindwa, tungetaka Watanzania wawe washindane na wawekezaji. Wawekeze hapa Tanzania, wakawekeze nchi zingine ndani na nje ya Afrika Mashariki. Nadhani hili ni eneo ambalo na lenyewe lazima tulikazanie, kuwajengea uwezo wa Tanzania, kuwapa elimu na kuwapa confidence kwamba wana uwezo wa kuwekeza. Tunaweza kuwekeza, na kama nilivyosema, sio lazima uwe tajiri kwenye kuwekeza. Biashara vyetu vidogo vidogo hivyo hivyo tunapovipata, tutenge, tuwekeze, ili katika uwekezaji tuna uwezo wa kuajiri wenzetu. La nne la mwisho, just to confirm and to reassure you that the government stands ready to support and facilitate investment in Tanzania. We are open for engagement. Where there are challenges, we will be happy to share with you, discuss with you, resolve these challenges collectively and jointly. And the government, as I said earlier, is undertaking a lot of reforms, especially in the tax areas. We know that these are the areas that are still drawing a lot of complaints from investors, and we hope that the tax commission is going to come up with very good measures. But also, as I said, we are revisiting the blueprint for good reforms to ensure that we produce the second version. Otherwise, I wish you very successful deliberations. Engage with Tiseza, ask difficult questions, and our team will be happy and ready to respond. And with those remarks, I'm now happy to declare that this campaign on promoting investment in special economic zones is officially opened. Nashukuru kwa kunisikiliza. Asante na Mungu awabariki sana.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I please request for your hands once again as the guest of honor is seated. As you've been told, he is the true architect. And as he speaks of our development plans towards 2050, he is also the major architect. And so he knows exactly what he's talking about, and we're truly honored that he is our guest of honor, and he's been able to expound all these major points about the developments in the country. Honorable guest of honor, you've had a minute to get back and to get salutations at table, but now I'm going to bring you back. As we had requested you to launch the 2 products, as well as give certificates to our esteemed sponsors, and so I'm going to call the full high table to please come and join you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to count together from 5, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the touch of a button. So it's all going to be done. If we could move to one side of the, well, first of all, let's take a picture. Tupate picha kwanza. And then I'll move you all towards my side so that we can see the screen once you press the button. Honorable guest of honor, may I please welcome you to my point here. Mheshimiwa, I'm going to count down. And I was taking some very good notes of the things that you noted. The first one that we're going to launch is the SEZs. The 5 strategic areas that you mentioned of Nala, Kwala, Zwagi, the Bagamoyo Eco-Maritime City, and the Benjamin William Mkapa. And in your own words, that we will reflect, ladies and gentlemen, as we launch these SEZs. We are looking at strategic investment sites, linked transport infrastructure. They will spur economic development, multiply employment, enhance export potential, create value addition to our natural resources and commodities, promote sectoral linkages and revenue generation potential. Are we correct on that?
Very correct.
Excellent.
Very
so
correct.
I'm going to count it down. And this is your button.
Okay.
From 5, please press on 1 and then turn towards the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the SEZs? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please take a look at the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as the Tanzania
a new chapter is being written.
Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority launches the SEZs.
And limitless growth. Through the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza is transforming into Africa's premier manufacturing hub, supported by world-class infrastructure and investor-friendly policies. Our strategic Special Economic Zone network connects you to regional and global markets. Bagamoyo, Pwani region. Gateway to the Indian Ocean and the future deep water port. Nala, Dodoma region. At the heart of Tanzania's political and logistics network. Kwala, Pwani region. Logistics corridor linking ports to East and Southern Africa. Buzwagi, Shinyanga region, a mining and cross-border trade hub in resource-rich Tanzania. And the Dar es Salaam Benjamin Mkapa export zone, an expanding urban hub for high-value manufacturing. Each zone is designed for speed, efficiency, and tailored investor support. We focus on 10 high-growth sectors, from agriculture value addition, fast-moving consumer goods, textiles, pharmaceuticals, automotive manufacturing, green technology, electronics, and furniture. Invest with confidence through Tiseza's Premier Investor Service Center, where all licenses and permits are handled in one place. Enjoy our world-class incentives, including free project land, VAT and duty exemptions on machinery, raw materials, and fabricated buildings, plus fast-tracking building permits within 24 hours. For international market projects, benefits from 10 years corporate tax exemption and zero withholding tax on foreign loans, dividends, and services. With regional markets access to EAC, SADC, and the African Continental Free Trade Area, Tiseza connects you with buyers and distributors across Africa and beyond. Tanzania is ready. Our zones are ready. The future of manufacturing in Africa starts here. Join us and be part of a success story that is being written today. Invest in Tanzania, Africa's new manufacturing hub.
Our hands, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together. And that is the launch, ladies and gentlemen. The first part of it. Now, we had an opportunity to actually pretty much work on the chatbot just before you arrived. And so the room is quite aware of what it is. And so once again, as I count down to 5, I'm going to request you to launch the Tiseza chatbot. Now, sir, yes, once again, please don't touch until I say 1. It's a good joke about don't touch. Well, sir, as you understand, AI is the frontier of technology. We wish our investors, wherever they are, before they even reach Tanzania, to be able to understand where can they invest. In your speech, what we've launched right now, they can get all that information and more through the chatbot. And so they can learn more about the new launched SEZs on the chatbot process. And ladies and gentlemen, let's launch it. Are we ready? We're all aware of it. How many of us used it already? Please, as a show of hands. Look at that number and multiply that number. Fantastic, isn't it? And there's a QR code that they can actually scan. It's on the program. They can send it anywhere in the world right now, and practically everyone can be with us in the room as we launch it. And so I'm counting down once again. 5, 4, 3, 2, launch the chatbot. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can use your WhatsApp camera. You can use any one of the cameras that are available on your phones. And the steps to the Tiseza AI chatbot: open your camera, scan the QR code. Excuse me, sir, do you have your phone with you?
I do.
Oh, you do have your phone with you, all right. So let's do it practically.
It is off, right? But let me put it on.
All right, very well. All right, sir, you may go into your WhatsApp. Let's use your WhatsApp. I'd like to show you something very interesting. Now, the WhatsApp, it has a camera. Do you see that camera? Have you ever used it before?
This one, right?
Yes, that one. So, sir, please, could you go scan it? I know, so I'm teaching you something new. Okay, what has come up? Are you online, sir? Yes, there it is. You're already in the chat box, chatbot. So please write program on your phone, program, and see what comes up. Very quickly, today's program will appear. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, perfect.
Tested. Sir? Okay, you can also ask about the special SEZs that we've launched today. It'll bring them up. It'll bring up the investment areas. Everything you've described. On your phone, on your WhatsApp. Isn't that very convenient?
It is.
It certainly is, eh? All right, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, well done. Let's put our hands together once again. And may we please line up again with that screen behind us. Number 2, jipange kwa mara nyingine tena, with the screen lined up. Number 2, freeze please the frame. Yeah, the QR code, tafadhali, watu wangu wa camera. Number 2, tusogee, tuchukue hatua 2 3 kushoto. And so once again, mabibi na bwana, Tanzania is taking strides. And what is our motto? Invest in Tanzania, Africa's new manufacturing hub. Excellent kabisa. Super. And oh, the developer. Okay, come up. Why not? Why not? Why not? This is our technological mind in Tanzania. Somebody you all need to get to know, Mr. Elias. Asante sana. All right, I'll take you back to your seats, and now we're going to go to the one exciting part. And they've turned out in large numbers as my committee prepares the table for the signing ceremony. Once again, our sponsors are GSM through the Kilimanjaro Industrial Park Limited. This is owned and developed by GSM. Azania Bank, Yinke Africa Tan Consultancy Limited, and Clyde & Co., who are here. It's my great pleasure to welcome one of our first sponsors to receive a certificate, Faith Gugu, representing, please, GSM Foundation. Kilimanjaro Industrial Park Limited. Faith. Makofi kwa mdhamini wetu mkuu. Ndugu Sam Mahimbi, the head of corporate and government businesses, you will be next. Na Dada Faith, when you're done, may I please request that you join me to the side. I'll bring you back in a joint picture. Unaweza kuja kunisubiri hapa. Kaka yangu ndugu Mahimbi, karibu. Barbara Mawala, karibu sana. Ladies and gentlemen, our sponsors, makofi kwao, sponsors and partners. All right, Barbara, naomba uende sasa mwisho wa picha unapotoa mkono wa mwisho, and please stand there. And may I please request, sir, you're going to have to be last. Kwa kweli, the ladies will have to jump in between you. And then Gilead, I'm going to ask you to go stand at the very end. Haya, kwa hiyo wakina mama huwa hawafungi picha, kwa hiyo kaka Gilead, naomba ufunge picha. Protocol wise. And that's a great picture with our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Tunawashukuru sana. We're going to bring up the chairs for the signing ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. And after that picture, I can request you now to all take your seats. Asanteni sana. Honorable guest of honor, please witness the following. This is a project and a contract signing between Sinoda Industrial Park and Kibaha District Council. Those that will be seated for the signing will be the chairman of Sinoda Industrial Park Tanzania Limited, Mr. Paul Zhang, the chairman, and B. Regina Bieda, the Executive Council Director, Kibaha Rural Municipal. May I please request our legal officers to come forward with the contract documents. And after the signing, we will hear short remarks from the director, Mr. Luke Wang, remarks on the development, and a short video. And they will also present a customary gift to be Regina. And so let's please instruct. Are we ready? The chairman, Sinoda Industrial Park Tanzania Limited, Mr. Paul Zhang. It's our great honor to welcome you to the table. And be Regina Bieda, Executive Council Director, Kibaha Rural Municipal. Please welcome to the chairs. Once again, seated are Mr. Paul Zhang, the chairman of Sinoda Industrial Park Tanzania Limited, and the Executive Council Director, be Regina Bieda. And both parties are standing, displaying the signed contract. Our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And do my legal advisors advise that they exchange the documents? Please exchange the documents and shake hands. Signed on each side. Makofi kwa mara nyingine tena. Hands once again. Congratulations. And that's done. Oh, there's a gift. Oh, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, a token gift. Let's put our hands together once again to be Regina. Please receive it. Take good care of it. And I'm not sure whether it's for flowers or I don't know how you will use it, but it's the finest Chinaware. You can be quite sure about it. It's my great pleasure to welcome the guest of honor, Mr. Luke Wang, the director, for a brief explanation. Tutoe meza na viti. Tutavirejesha viti hivyo kwa ajili ya picha. A brief remarks and a video on the developments that will come around. Mr. Luke, welcome. So what will be happening there? Please tell us.
So I will do a short, brief introduction about the group, about myself, and we're going to play a video showing how Tiantang Group been growing in Uganda, in Africa, and what we're planning to do in Tanzania.
Tiantang Group, rooted in East Africa for 25 years, is committed to advancing Africa's industrialization with over 30 wholly owned subsidiaries in Uganda and 15,000 employees. Its business spans 9 key sectors: industrial park, investment and construction, manufacturing, real estate development, cultural tourism, hotel and catering, machinery trading, new retail, mineral resource development, and international security services. It stands as Uganda's largest Chinese enterprise group. Group Chairman Paul Zheng ventured alone to Tanzania in 2000 to start a luggage trading business. In 2006, he founded Tiantang Group in Uganda and has since made significant contributions to the nation's industrialization. President Yoweri Museveni has repeatedly met with Chairman Paul Zheng, honoring him as the Chinese industrial investment pioneer in Uganda. Tiantang Group possesses extensive experience in industrial park development and investment promotion. It operates 3 industrial parks: Mbali Industrial Park, Tiantang Industrial Park, and Nomanvi Industrial Park. Mbali Industrial Park, located in eastern Uganda, covers 3.33 square kilometers with a total investment of $600 million United States dollars, hosting over 70 enterprises engaged in lighting, manufacturing, automotive production, electronics, garments, home textiles, furniture, and building materials. It employs over 10,000 people, achieving an annual output value of 1.5 billion United States dollars, and exports worth 400 million United States dollars. Under the principle of Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, the park houses East Africa's largest home textile manufacturers, home textile industry, enabling localized production from spinning, weaving, and dyeing to finished goods. Jeans industry produces over 10 million pairs of jeans annually. Steel industry with a 100 million United States dollars investment and an annual output of 700,000 tons of steel is East Africa's largest standalone steel plant. Paper industry produces printing and household paper locally. Footwear industry, East Africa's largest shoe manufacturer, will create 2,000 jobs at its single factory. Smart appliances industry locally produces smart TVs, refrigerators, and washing machines, with its Black Arc brand becoming a household name in Uganda. Tiantang Industrial Park, located in Mukono region of Uganda, covers industries of steel, mattress, and woodboards. It locally employs more than 3,600 workers and generate annual outputs worth hundreds of millions of US dollars per year. Additionally, the group has invested in over 10 Chinese enterprises in Nomanvi Industrial Park. Tiantang Group has also invested in several upscale hotels in Uganda. Antico Safari Lodge is situated within Murchison Falls National Park, a wildlife sanctuary. Nanjing Hotel and Nanjing Restaurant are leading high-end Chinese dining establishments, while Nanjing Tours and Travel and IAT, accredited member, offers flight bookings, tours, hotel reservations, car rentals, visa processing, and business inspection. Has developed landmark real estate projects including La Rose Royal Apartments, Uganda's tallest luxury apartment building, Azure Tower Premium Service Apartments, Azure Plaza, commercial residential integrated office complex. It is also developing the Uganda and Entebbe Airport Eco City, spanning 160 acres. After 25 years in Africa, Chairman Paul Zheng has returned to Tanzania, where his journey began, to realize his vision of building another Tiantan Group, Sinodar Industrial Park, with first phase investment of 600 million United States dollars, covering 2.65 square kilometers. Will become Africa's largest home textile production base. The park will integrate industries such as textiles, dyeing, garments, bedding, not only sale in domestic market, but also export to Europe and America. After its establishment, will create more export value, more than 1.5 billion USD per year. Home appliances, furniture, steel, lighting and aluminum doors, windows. Upon completion, it aims to achieve an annual output value of 1.5 billion United States dollars and exports of 400 million United States dollars. Rooted in Africa and embracing the future, Tiantan Group will continue expanding across the continent, building bridges of friendship between China and Africa, and writing a new chapter of win-win cooperation.
Minister of State in President Office for Planning and Investment, Honorable Professor Kitila Mukumbo. Permanent Secretary in President Office for Planning and Investment, Dr. Tusi Kita. Chairman of Tiseza, Ambassador Azizi Mlima. Director General of Tiseza, Jalid Terry. Kibaha Municipal Council, Madame Regina Bida. And my new friend, the MD of CRDB Bank, Mr. Abdul. Nice to meet you guys. All government leaders, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Habariza Asubuhi. Yeah, this is my first Swahili we learned this morning. So as you've been seeing from the video, 25 years ago, my uncle, also our chairman, Mr. Paul Zheng, came to Africa to start his investment journey. And at that moment, we don't have Tiseza. We don't have Mama Hassan leading all this investment opportunity. So we moved to Uganda. But after these 25 years, we're coming back to the root of Tiantan Group. Thank you so much for Tiseza. And congratulations for your launching today. At the year of 2000, when he first came, he was 28 years old. Right now, I'm also 28 years old. So it is time for the second generation from the family to take care of the power. We are coming to rebuild Tanzania industrialization. We're coming to help the industrialization of Tanzania and also the East Africa region. As we've been introduced in the video, in our Sinodar Industrial Park, we're going to starting from textile and dyeing, electronics, furniture, steel, infrastructure. These are the key points for any country to develop, especially in Africa. So we believe with our first investment of 600 million US dollars, we're going to succeed to help Tanzania fasten its industrialization achievement. After industrialization, we're also looking at the real estate market in Tanzania, because Tanzania have a so beautiful the sea cliff. We are going to build 5-star hotels in Dar es Salaam and also in Serengeti for safari lounges. And I believe all these projects will be happened and achieved with our cooperation with our Director General, Terry. As the second generation of the group, we believe China and Africa have a long-term friendship in the past and also in the future. So we are looking forward to the win-win operation in Tanzania with Tiseza. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you very much, Luke. Congratulations. Wish you the very best. All right. When they introduced me to Luke, they kept telling me, call him second generation. And I was thinking, why call him the second generation? And now I understand. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, to the second generation coming back to Tanzania with the roots, where it took root here in Tanzania. Congratulations. We're now going to request that we take pictures with a high table in a couple of groups, and I'll be calling you through. My protocol officers, let's please place the chairs on the high table. Honorable guest of honor, you thought you were coming to a small meeting, but interestingly, you've started something really big in the country. You are at the forefront of something major. And so we did not take it lightly that you are coming. We respected who you are, your capabilities, and the future focus for the country. May I please request you and the high table to once again come up onto the stage so that we can take pictures with various groups of our investors, our sponsors, and the signatories today once again. May I kindly request that you rise and join me on the stage, please. Karibuni. So our pictures, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, ambassadors and high commissioners, representatives of heads of mission in the country, may I please request that you rise and join our VIPs for a picture by standing behind the chairs. Karibuni sana. Most welcome. And thank you for turning out. I think there's a resounding message that you can send back home, that Tanzania is an amazing new destination. Okay, fantastic turnout. Good to see you. So please close it out wherever. We want us to move it just a little bit. All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. We appreciate your presence. Truly appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. Wakuu wa taasisi, heads of institution, government institutions in the room, may I please call you through? Karibuni mbele. Okay, safi. Asante sana. Super stuff. Wakuu wa taasisi mbalimbali, please come through. Our sponsors, as one, please stand by. Why not? Yes, please squeeze in. What an amazing picture it is. It shows just how Tanzania has just become a second generation, yes, I would say. All right, Faith from GSM Foundation, please stay as I call the other sponsors, and please come in force. Come in force. Azania, all our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling you forward. Another very strong picture of all our sponsors. We thank you so very much. None of you is smaller than the other. We truly appreciate your presence. Clyde & Co., Barbara Heading, Mawala, Yinke Africa Tan Consultancy Limited, thank you Marina Mnyeke and your team, Azania Bank, Sam Mahimbi and your team, and of course Faith Gugu heading the GSM Foundation through the Kilimanjaro Industrial Park Limited. Asanteni wadhamini wetu, we thank you very much. May I call on the Tiseza team so that you can see them. And then the signatories, chairman, you will get a chance to join the next picture. Please note the faces, very hardworking representatives of the Tiseza team. We've heard it's over 200. These are just some of them. And now, Honorable Chairman, first generation, may I please call you forward? Your team and the Kibaha District Council, represented by the Regina Bieda. Hi, so I don't know where my DJ found the song, but I think it's appropriate, perhaps. Okay, let's exchange places. Subiri wapiga picha, just one more. And now I'm going to call for a picture from investors in the room. If you've been moved by this event and you wish to be part of the picture, I could have quite a big picture with most of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Naomba niwakaribishe wengine katika ukumbi. Naomba mje mpate picha tafadhali. I have maybe 1 or 2 slots. Thank you very much. What's coming next? Mr. Chairman, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, asante, karibuni sana. Oh, thank you very much for coming through. I see the enthusiasm. It's very pleasing. So many good friends in the picture. Slim, good to see you. Mr. Laser, good to see you in the picture. We can take 2 shots. We can take 2 pictures. So this is group number 1. Honorable Minister, when you see our investors coming through, it means they're extremely impressed with the event, but also very impressed with the progress that the government is taking in ensuring that their investments are secure within the country. And the optimism, you can actually hear it in the voice of Luke, the second generation of our investors into the country. Asante sana. Let's go for the second group. Hey, good to see that you're coming through. Thank you so much. This means a lot. I think we're going to do 3 groups. During tea, I had an opportunity to speak to some of you. Some in the room are local investors. They've been invited by Tiseza, and they're actually looking for opportunities with the investors in the room. So any opportunity of a gathering like this is definitely a good payoff. Smiles all around. Thank you for attending. And I wish you all somehow grab an opportunity through this event. Please continue to stay. The guest of honor will be departing. Anyone else in the picture? Let's do a third final shot. Santeni, a final picture. And thank you very much, guest of honor, for honoring us. A final picture. I see young and old. please. Make sure you're in a good position for the picture. Maybe let's do a curve, Sharobaro, kuanzia hapo. Tutengeneze curve kidogo. Yeah, tuingie ndani kidogo. Ingia ndani, dada ingia hapo kwa Sharobaro. Usikae nyuma. Please enter hapo. Yeah, there you go. Sharobaro, we need to give you a new name. Sharobaros no longer exist. Takupa jina jipya. But maybe you want to continue the legacy. It's not a bad idea, eh? Si vibaya kuendeleza jambo lilokuwa jema kabisa. Makofi tafadhali. Asanteni sana, tunawashukuru sana. Profesa Mkumbo, tunakutakia kila laheri. Naomba nikuinue sasa, na iwapo kuna chochote mezani, nitakurudisha kwa sekunde chache. Nitainua ukumbi huu, na kama ungependa kuendelea, hapana, unaweza ukatoka. Naomba tusimame mabibi na bwana. Let's put our hands together if we have appreciated the presence of a visionary leader in Tanzania. Congratulations, sir. So as we take our seats, the man of the moment, ladies and gentlemen, your hands for Gilead, and let's continue with business.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll make a detailed presentation about the launch that Honorable Minister has just had today, and we'll tell you about all the incentives and all the programs as to why you are here. So if you just borrow me and lend me your eyes and ears for the next 15-20 minutes, I will run through this program in great detail. So can I have my slides up, please? Habarini za asubuhi mabibi na mabwana. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Yes. So today we are launching Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority Hub. We are launching a new product of which we call Invest in Tanzania, the new manufacturing hub for Africa. So one of the things that happened when TIC and EPZA merged is that we were able to bring our two capabilities together. And as Honorable Minister mentioned, TIC for the past 2.5 years was a very formidable force when it comes to investment promotion. Tufanya kazi nzuri ya kuvutia na kuhamasisha uwekezaji nchini. But one of the criticism that we used to have quite a great deal is that investors that come through our doors, we would ship them to other institutions and they would face a lot of cumbersome problems in terms of land acquisition, in terms of getting permits, licenses, you name it. So there was a bit of a hurdle and a dark spot to the Tanzanians' bright investment story. But on the other side, as the minister mentioned, since the year 2006, 2007, when the government inaugurated Special Economic Zone, there was an intent and interest to have at least one new economic zone every year. It means by year 2025, we were supposed to have at least 20 economic zones across the country. And there is a wisdom that Honorable Minister mentioned that came from Her Excellency the President, that we put these two capabilities together and see what happens when it comes to the ability of driving and pulling investment to the next level. So this merging has just happened about 42 days ago. And my team and I, we decided every 3 to 4 months, we will learn from the market, we will learn from you, and figure out what kind of incentives, what kind of packages are needed in which sector, and we will be churning out new products time and time again. So this is our first product that we are bringing today. We want to make Tanzania the hub for manufacturing in Africa. Tanzania is going to be the only country and the most easy country for anyone who wants to put a manufacturing facility, especially in the areas that have been gazetted by the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones. So I will run you through a couple of ideas. First slide, please. So the establishment of our institution, as I mentioned, was in 1st July 2025. And part of what we have brought together is 16 government institutions in one office. It means when you come to our office today at Tiseza, you will be served by government officials from 16 government institutions. And most of you, because you're already our investors, you are aware of this service. If you come to TIC, you will find an immigration officer. It means some of you, even Tanzanians, you can get your passport from our office. You will find officers from the Tanzania Revenue Authority who will advise you on how to invest, what are the tax treatment, and this service is provided for free for any investor, foreign and domestic. And I usually advise, huwa tunawashauri Mtanzania yeyote, kabla hujaanza biashara na kabla hujawekeza, njoo katika ofisi zetu upate ushauri wa uwekezaji bure. Yupo afisa wa TRA atakaye kuambia ukiagiza kitu fulani, mashine fulani, treatment yake ya kodi ni kiasi fulani. Na huduma hizi zinatolewa kwa Watanzania bure. Lakini pia tunao maafisa kutoka NIDA, anyone, and especially most of you foreigners who need national identification numbers, you get them through our office. But we also have our colleagues from the National Environmental Management Council. It means you can fill your NEMC permits through our office. We have colleagues from OSHA, TMDA. We have an engineer from TANESCO. We have a colleague from Bureau of Standards, Ministry of Lands, BRELA, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Mining. It means if you show up at our door, hata leo ukiwa unataka leseni ya madini, if you come to Tiseza, you will have an officer who will attend and help you in getting that license and permit. So it's a true one-stop center concept. And what we have done, we have also extended these services across the country. So we have our office in Dodoma, which is in the district commissioner's office, but we also have our offices in Arusha, in Kilimanjaro, in Mwanza, in Mbeya, and we also have opened a new office in Njombe. And we will be opening few more offices. We are thinking of Kigoma, thinking of Mtwara, and as the investment keeps rolling up, we will be going to these areas to make sure that wherever your investment is, our officers and our team will be there to help and serve you. Next slide, please. So, special economic zones. When you hear of special economic zones, a lot of you just think of one thing, of export processing zones. But in reality, our law allows us to do more than that. Sheria yetu ya uwekezaji ya sasa ya mwaka 2025 inaturuhusu kufanya EPZ, maeneo maalum ya kuuza nje. Inaturuhusu kufanya special economic zone kwa ajili ya wanaotaka kuzalisha na kuuza ndani. Inaturuhusu kujenga industrial park. Inaturuhusu kuanzisha free trade areas, maeneo ambayo yatakuwa huru kwa uwekezaji na biashara. Inaturuhusu kuanzisha free port areas, tourism park, science and technology park, lakini pia na maeneo mengine maalum tunayoyaona yanafaa. Hii ruhusa tumepewa kwenye sheria yetu. Maana yake tunaweza tukapata eneo ambalo liko Dodoma, tukasema mtu yeyote anayetaka kujenga makao makuu ya ofisi yake Tanzania, tutakupa eneo Dodoma uwekeze na tutakupa vigezo maalum kwa ajili ya hilo eneo. That is how powerful this law is. And today we are only talking about 1 and 2 items. And every other time, every other quarter, we will be coming up with incentive on each and every one of these. Tukipata wazo zuri, tukipata partner mzuri, tutaangalia namna ya kushirikiana nao kwenye kila eneo la hapa. Sio tu la utalii, sio tu la sayansi na teknolojia, sio masuala ya uvumbuzi, lakini pia ni maeneo yote ikiwemo ya kilimo pamoja na viwanda nchini. Kwa hiyo leo tunazungumzia maeneo mawili pekee. Tunazungumzia eneo la EPZ na Domestic Marketing Special Economic Zone. Yapo maeneo mengine zaidi ya 10 ambayo tuna fursa ya kukaa na kuyatazama. Mimi na wenzangu tunaanza kufikiria sasa hivi hata wale wanaotaka kufanya export ya fresh vegetables, tutawapa mtu ambaye ana uwezo wa ku-erect greenhouse, tutakupa eneo bure na kufanyia kazi the whole value chain of exporting agricultural commodities. So we're working on these products from time and time again, and once we have them ready, we will call you and inform you which kind of export we are trying to push for that particular time. Next slide. Kwa sasa tunataka kufanya Tanzania iwe the largest export nation within East Africa by 2028. We will have the ambition of making Tanzania the largest economy by the year 2030 in East Africa, East and Central Africa. That is our ambition. And we think that special economic zones offers a key opportunity. So we have targeted specific SEZ location in targeted sectors. And what we have opened today is that any manufacturer, any person who wants to come and set up a manufacturing unit within our areas, we will give you land for free. Mtanzania yeyote anayetaka kuanzisha kiwanda na anatafuta eneo la kuanzisha kiwanda, mamlaka ya uwekezaji itakupa eneo bure katika maeneo tulio nayo. Next slide please. So maeneo ambayo tunayo sasa, tunaanza na eneo la Bagamoyo Economic Zone. Katika eneo la Bagamoyo tuna hekta 9,800. Kwa sasa tumetenga hekta 151 kwa kuanzia. Tunalo eneo ambalo liko Dodoma, Nala, the Nala Special Economic Zone. It has 603 hectares. Tunalo eneo ambalo liko Kwala, Kibaha, lina hekta 100. Tunalo eneo ambalo liko Buzwagi, Kahama, ambalo ulikuwa mgodi wa Buzwagi, hekta 1333. Na maeneo haya yote tunayalenga katika sekta zifuatazo. Kama unataka kuongeza thamani mazao ya kilimo, unataka kuanzisha viwanda vya pamba pamoja na nguo, kiwanda cha madawa, kiwanda cha magari, bidhaa za karatasi na vifungashio, bidhaa za mbao, unataka kuanzisha simple machineries kwa ajili ya kilimo, unataka kuanzisha teknolojia ambazo zinatusaidia kwenda kwenye nishati jadidifu, kwenye nishati safi, either nishati ya kupikia au greenhouses au solar panels. Hayo maeneo pia yanaruhusiwa. Household appliances, wanaotaka kuzalisha bidhaa za majumbani kuanzia socket, taa, dishwashers, TV, friji, pamoja na electric appliances, pamoja na electronics, lakini pia bidhaa za mbao pamoja na fast moving consumer goods, na wale wanaotaka kwenda kwenye upande wa kuzalisha na kuongeza thamani madini. Hizi ndio sekta ambazo tunazipa kipaumbele kwa sasa, lakini akija mwekezaji kwenye maeneo ambayo ni mengine, tunaweza kuangalia whether katika maeneo ambayo tunayo au maeneo mengine ya ziada. So the land access offer, we have specific terms kwenye hili. Mtu yeyote angalau vigezo vitatu. Moja, utimize yale masharti ya sekta ambayo tunayapa kipaumbele. Lakini eneo la pili, lazima uwekezaji wako na kiwanda chako kianze ndani ya mwaka mmoja. That is the only condition. Kwa tutakupa eneo, tutakupa mkataba, tutakupa beacons, lakini hati yako ya kukodishiwa eneo au ya kupewa eneo tutakupa baada ya kiwanda chako kukamilika. So anyone who is ready, who wants and can follow those criteria, tunakukaribisha kwa ajili ya uwekezaji katika maeneo yetu. Tungependa maeneo haya yawe maalum kwa ajili ya Watanzania, lakini ikiwa wageni wanataka kuwekeza kwenye maeneo haya, tumewapa sharti la kwamba lazima wawe na Mtanzania wanayeshirikiana naye kwa angalau 30%. Hatutayaweka maeneo haya pekee kwa ajili ya wageni, lazima kuwe na local content na Watanzania waweze kunufaika. Kwa hiyo wewe Mtanzania uliyeko hapa, uliyeko diaspora, unaweza kupata mbia wa kushirikiana naye kuanzisha kiwanda. Jua kwamba serikali ya awamu ya 6 ya Mheshimiwa Rais Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan itakupa eneo bure la kujenga kiwanda chako. Tafuta mbia, tafuta mwekezaji, njoo naye Tiseza, tutakupa eneo bure. Tumeweka pia viwango, kwa sababu hadi sasa tuna zaidi ya viwanda 200 ambavyo viko kwenye maeneo yetu. Kwa tunajua size ya kiwanda. Tunajua yule ambaye anaweza kutaka heka 500 kwa ajili ya kuweka kiwanda cha maji. Hizo biashara hazipo. Tanzania tunajua ukubwa wa viwanda, tunajua specifications zake, na wenzetu na maengineer walioko katika mamlaka ya Tiseza watakuwa wanafanya kazi kwa ajili ya kuhakikisha kwamba hizo terms and conditions zinakuwa approved kabla ya kupewa mkataba. Kitu kimoja kikubwa cha mwisho, kwa sababu tunavyo viwanda zaidi ya 200 ambavyo tumeshavipa approval, tunazo ramani za viwanda zaidi ya 200 ambazo tumeshazipa approval. Ikiwa mwekezaji atachagua ramani yake ya uwekezaji kati ya zile 200 tulizo nazo, atapewa kibali cha ujenzi ndani ya masaa 24 katika yale maeneo yetu aweze kuanza ujenzi wake. So, I'll repeat this in English. Because we also have over 200 factories that have been licensed by our authority for the last many years, we have over 200 schematics and designs for each and individual factory, which is whether it's a steel factory, pharmaceutical factory, agro-processing, textiles, we have them. If as a new investor, you come in our authority and our zone and in our areas, not outside our areas, and you have picked one of those 200 schematics that have already been approved, we will give you building permits within 24 hours so that you can start your construction. And this is how we expect that within 12 months, you should be able to finish your factories. Next slide. So these are some of the incentives that you will get when you come to our schemes. So we have demarcated them in 2 zones. We have investors who have who are targeting local market and East African community market, but we also understand that because of the ongoing trade realities in the world, we have investors who will be interested in global markets, whether US, European markets. These are the list of incentives that you will get if you come into our zone and our partner zone if you are targeting separate market. So anyone who is going to put a textile factory or a fabric factory, cut, make and trim, for the European market, not only you will get all your plant and machinery coming to the country duty-free, you'll get of your raw materials duty-free, you'd get 10 years corporate tax exemption. We have VAT imports on your goods of capital nature, but we also have VAT and import duty exemption on prefabricated factories, factory steel and factory buildings. We have all these exemptions, including on utilities, as well as licenses and permits that will be done by our authority and helping you set up. We understand that some of you would be interested in the East African market. We have a bounty load of incentives for you as well. Not only that your plant and machinery and raw materials will be duty exempted, but we will give you 75% reduction of import duty. You get your factory raw materials for free. You get your licenses, permits, and our team will be there to work for you. Our target is that before end of this year, we will have Tiseza officers on all our border points to help anyone who is shipping their goods across the regions to Kenya, to Uganda, to any border that Tanzania has, so that you can clear and you can have our support as you're doing your export. Our next level of support is to help you get distributors in neighboring countries. Whether you want distributors in DRC, and our foreign promotion department will be responsible to take you to these markets and introduce you to places where you can get new clients, and that is our objective. We will measure ourselves based on the exports that you do, not only the manufacturing that you start. It is important also to mention kwa Watanzania, Mtanzania yeyote ambaye anataka kununua mashine ya kuanzisha kiwanda atapata huduma ya consultation kutoka Tiseza bure. Kuanzia tarehe 1 mwezi wa 9 tutaweka watumishi katika eneo letu la Benjamin Mkapa ambao watakuwa wanakusaidia kwa ajili ya kusource mashine kutoka sehemu yote duniani unakotaka pamoja na raw materials. Wengi wenu mnaweza mkawa mnataka kuanzisha bidhaa fulani. Kuna mtu ameona juice mezani anatamani kuizalisha. Hajui wapi anaweza kanunua mashine, wapi anaweza kanunua raw materials. Tutakuwa na kampuni 3 wa bia ndani ya mamlaka yetu watakaokuwa pale kwa ajili ya kukusaidia kwenye maeneo yetu. Next slide. Haya ni maeneo ambayo tumeyatenga. Kama nilivyosema hapo awali, tuna eneo la Bagamoyo, hekta 151, plots 134. Eneo la pili Next slide. Hili ni eneo la Dodoma na faida zake ziko hapa. Eneo la 3, eneo la Kwala, eneo la 4, eneo la Buzwagi, eneo la 5, eneo la Dar es Salaam. Slide inayofuata. Sawa. Tunayo pia maeneo mengine. Tumeamua kuanza na matano for the ease of messaging, na kwa sababu tunafahamu wawekezaji wengi wako maeneo ya karibu na bandari. These are the most important special economic zones, but we have a lot of other areas. Tunayo maeneo Kigoma, Ruvuma, Tanga, Mererani, Bunda, lakini pia tunayo maeneo Mtwara na kwingineko. And terms and conditions, similar terms and conditions apply all across our country, but these will be our 5 flagship areas. Next slide. Yep. So all this information is also available in your chatbot. Unaweza ukafuatilia yale ambayo tumeyaandaa, ukauliza maswali. Maafisa wetu nitaomba wasimame tena. Afisa ambaye anasimamia kama naomba niwatambulishe kama inawezekana. Afisa anayesimamia Nala, afisa anayesimamia Kwala, afisa anayesimamia Bagamoyo, kama wanaweza wakaja hapa mbele niwatambulishe tafadhali. Maafisa hawa tumewaweka kwenye maeneo husika. Kwa hiyo tutakuwa na afisa ambaye anaishi Kwala, anaishi Nala, na anaishi Bagamoyo, na anaishi Buzwagi. Kwa hiyo whenever you want to go to these areas, iwe Ijumaa, iwe sikukuu, business doesn't stop. They will be there 24 hours. Sawa, nitaomba wajitambulishe na maeneo wanayoyasimamia.
Habari za asubuhi. My name is Asmani Mkaandika from Nala Special Economic Zone, Dodoma.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Prince Bonimato. I'm a resident coordinator for Kwala Special Economic Zones.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Engineer Adam Laban from Bagamoyo Eco Martin City Special Economic Zone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Josephat Yaule from Benjamin William Mkapa. You're welcome.
So they will be available to answer all your questions. They will be outside networking for coffee. Feel free to take their contacts and ask them questions. You want to go survey the areas, figure out what will work for you, please ask them questions at any point in time. In fact, we would like at this point to appreciate the support that we have received from our colleagues from Kwala Industrial Park. If the management of Kwala Industrial Park is here, yes, Kwala Industrial Park in Kibaha, they will be hosting our colleague Prince in their premises. So the formerly Sinotan Industrial Park. He will be stationed there, we will have our office there, and anyone who wants to have land for investment around that area, Prince will be based there. And thank you very much for our colleague from Kwala Industrial Park. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So my final call, anyone who wants to invest, who wants to work in manufacturing, Tanzania is the best place to start. Next time when we meet, I will tell you our incentives in tourism. Next time we meet, I will tell you another incentives in real estate or any other sector. But for now, welcome to connect with our team, welcome to network with our team, and welcome to investing in Tanzania. Thank you.
Fantastic, Terry. Super kabisa. Asante sana. Very well said. Oh yeah. Are there any questions in the room? I'm quickly scanning. Was that very comprehensive, well understood? So instead of a chatbot, we have a human. And the DG himself.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, DG, for the brief and very nice presentation regarding the Tiseza. But just to start with, let me congratulate your good self, your office, and the government at large for coming up or for merging the three authorities that brought out the Tiseza. One question. You've listed very good and very attractive incentives for investors to come. Just wanted to know if the already existing investors can also enjoy the same. Thank you very much.
Good question. And they are our #1 target. So all investors, foreign or domestic, old or new, they are welcome and they're eligible to participate in this scheme.
Okay, super. Maybe I'll take another quick hand. Oh, here you are. Karibu sir. Please stand.
Yeah. Naitwa Engineer Shabir, okay? Swali langu ni specific actually. Mimi nilikuwa project yangu under EPZA. Wakati ya nyuma nilienda TIC, wakati hiyo mradi wangu ulikuwa kwa ajili ya manufacturing ya kufanya spare part. Wakaniambia nenda EPZA. Okay, mimi nikaenda EPZ, nikajisajili kila kitu ni mchakato wote nimemaliza. Okay. Nimepata TBS hivi karibuni. Sasa nasema kabla sijaenda kwenye export market, nilikuwa nataka kuuza bidhaa ndani. Okay? Lakini baadaye nikapata kujua habari ya Tiseza na nini. Sisi actually tarehe mosi Julai tuliandika actually kuderegister kwa sababu tukapata kujua kwa kama wewe unataka kuuza local market, okay? Ukipata mnunuzi wana treat kama hiyo ni import, inabidi iende kwenye TANSIS, okay? Sasa nitty gritty wengi hata nimeona kwenye EPZA, okay, tulikunaye na nini WhatsApp group yetu, lakini sisi kama investors tulikuwa baadaye tunaziwiwa, hatuwezi kutoa mada yetu. Na in fact hivi karibuni hivi kuna wajamaa kuta nchi za nje actually wameniambia, hebu tu form group yetu kama unapata ama changamoto hii. Mimi sijajiunga kwa sababu nilikuwa tayari na hisia kwa mimi nataka kujitoa. Lakini nimepigiwa simu, okay, nikasema lete nije hapa nisikie hali halisi. Okay, tatizo sisi investors tuna mengi ambayo lakini inakuwa ni one to one cases. Sasa mimi nasema mimi kama ninayo stand alone, sio SEZ, stand alone yangu ilikuwa nda EPZA. Je, inaweza ikagauza ikawa SEZ ili niweze kuanza kuuza product yangu hapa nchini kabla sijaenda kwenye soko huria?
100%. Yeah. Inawezekana. And we will work towards that. Tutakufacilitate tuhakikisha unapata certificate of incentive so that you can sell locally.
Okay.
It's very possible.
Asante sana.
Yeah. Kuna baadhi,
there you go.
Yeah, kuna baadhi ya wawekezaji ambao formally waliingia kwenye EPZ scheme na walipata incentives kadhaa. Kuna utaratibu ambao TRA wameuweka wa kuangalia incentives ukilinganisha za EPZ or SEZ and non-SEZ schemes. So we can work out, na hautakuwa mwekezaji wa kwanza, there are several others in the room that have transitioned between the schemes. So it's very possible. And our job, and this is the marching order to my team, we are an enabling authority. Hatutaki kuwa mamlaka inayozuia. Sisi ni mamlaka wezeshi inayowezesha, na lengo letu ni kwamba tupate ajira, tupate uwekezaji.
Gilead, on the table, please note that we've left a form. I don't know whether you can see it, an aftercare form. Please fill this in. We are here to enable you. Okay? Kaka Slim hapa has a question, already standing.
Okay. Nashukuru sana kwa Tiseza, wizara husika na serikali yetu kwa jitihada zake za kutupa fursa za kuwekeza. Mimi ni mwekezaji wa ndani na ardhi yangu iko Bagamoyo, lakini mimi mwenyewe kama mwekezaji, lakini nimeshindwa kuwekeza kwa muda miaka 18. Nadhani unanifahamu vizuri katika hali hii. Sasa leo tumekuja hapa niko tayari kuwekeza kwa uwezo wangu. Je, hii sheria na hii Tiseza itanisaidia vipi mimi kufanya kuwekeza katika kama ni mzawa? Asante.
Asante. Tarehe 29 mwezi wa 11 mwaka 2023 tulitoa tangazo kwa umma. Mtanzania yeyote mwenye ardhi, anayetafuta mwekezaji, anayetaka kuwekeza, kituo cha uwekezaji cha wakati ule kilibeba jukumu la kusaidia kutafuta uwekezaji. Kwa hiyo tunaweza kutafuta watu ambao wanaweza kushirikiana na wewe kufanya uwekezaji huo, lakini pia tunaweza kuwekeza kwa pamoja, kwa sababu sisi maeneo mengine hatuna ardhi. Kwa ardhi yako itakapokuwa kwetu, tutaweza kuwatangazia wawekezaji wanaokuja kwetu na kuwaleta kwenye eneo lako. This is certainly a welcome. Na niombe pia kutumia nafasi hii kutoa tangazo na rai kwa Watanzania wenye maeneo yao ambao wangependa kupata wawekezaji. Wayalete Tiseza, tutayaweka kwenye kanzi data yetu. Tunapopata wawekezaji ambao wangependa kuja kwenye maeneo hayo, kuliko tumpoteze, ni bora tumlete kwa Mtanzania ambaye tayari ana ardhi waweze kushirikiana na kufanya uwekezaji.
Asante sana. Shukran.
I think just so that we have a bit of a difference in the front of the room and the back of the room, I understand there's a mic at the back completely. There you go.
Asante.
No, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Hello. Asante. Kwa majina naitwa Mr. Com, ni mwenyekiti wa chemba ya wafanyabiashara mkoa wa Dodoma. Niwapongeze kwa jukumu mnaloendelea nalo TIC Tiseza kwa kuona namna ya fursa za uwekezaji katika nchi katika hizo habu mlizotaja, lakini nitoe rai yangu kwamba maeneo mlioyataja katika habu 4 yanahitaji uboreshaji ili mazingira rafiki ya wawekezaji yaweze kuwa rahisi. Kwa mfano, nimeona kwenye slide mmeonyesha maeneo ambayo ni mapori yametengwa, lakini miundombinu rafiki kama maji, umeme, barabara hakuna. Mtu akija anataka kufanya uwekezaji, kama nyinyi hamja network na watu wa TANROADS au TARURA, TANESCO, DUASA na wengineo, maeneo hayo bado uwekezaji utakuwa ni mgumu ili kufanya shughuli wanazotaka kufanya. Rai yangu kwenu, muweze kuzungumza na serikali na wadau wa kuweka miundombinu rafiki mazingira hayo, ili basi wawekezaji wa nje na wa ndani waweze kuboresha, kuweza kufanya biashara zao ziwe rahisi. Mimi natokea Dodoma, maeneo mengi yaliyotengwa bado hayana miundombinu rafiki kama barabara na umeme na maji. Hivyo basi TIC na taasisi zinazohusika, boresheni maeneo ya habu zote mlizozitaja ili ziweze kuwa rafiki kwa wawekezaji wa ndani na wa nje kuanza kuwekeza haraka katika maeneo hayo. Asanteni.
Asante sana. Nashukuru sana kwa pendekezo hilo na wazo hilo. Tumelipokea.
Na labda mikono miwili ya mwisho.
Agree.
Hapo, na tuanze kule nyuma, labda microphone ilipokwenda. Alafu kaka, una microphone tayari? Okay, please karibu, and then we'll go to the end of the room.
Habari za asubuhi. Kwa jina naitwa Daniel Nchele. Nashukuru sana Mheshimiwa DG kwa nafasi ambayo nimepewa. Pia nikupongeze kwa jitihada ambayo umekuja kuifanya chini ya Tiseza. Current, kwa wale ambao tulikuwa chini ya EPZ, kulikuwa na notification ambayo tulipewa ya kwanza kwamba haturuhusiwi kuomba VAT refund, ambayo mpaka sasa wawekezaji walioko chini ya EPZ hatuwezi kuomba refund. Lakini ukiangalia sheria zote za kodi zinaruhusu mfanyabiashara ambayo yuko chini ya EPZ kupata refund. Lakini mtetezi wetu ambaye tunamuona kama Tiseza kwa sasa hivi, unaweza kusaidia wawekezaji kwa namna gani kuhakikisha wanapewa refund? Ukiangalia pia sheria ya EPZ inasema haitoi misamaha kwenye consumable, lakini inaruhusiwa kuomba refund kwa consumable. Kwa hiyo naomba Mheshimiwa DG, kama mnaweza kutusaidia kwenye hilo. La pili ni kuhusu misamaha ya kodi ya VAT exemption and import duty. Kwa sasa hivi imekuwa ni changamoto kubwa sana kwa upande wa TRA. Kwa hiyo kulingana na importation, ukiangalia kuna delay kubwa sana kuimport mizigo kulingana na delay ya approval ya exemption. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa DG, naomba kama unaweza kutusaidia katika masuala hayo makuu mawili.
Asante sana. Tutalifanyia kazi na wapo wenzetu wa mamlaka ya mapato hapa. Tutaendelea na majadiliano nao tuangalie namna ya kuliboresha. Nashukuru sana.
Haya, mkono wetu wa mwisho pale nyuma. Last hand at the back. Welcome.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, that's quite loud. My name's Arno. I have a few companies doing small miscellaneous business here in both EPZ and TIC. I just had, and so we've had a great experience so far, and I think the new initiative is really good. However, with sometimes on TRA exemptions for the importation, TRA doesn't seem to be aligned with the TIC and EPZ mandates. So I was just seeing, and like obviously you guys have people in the office that assist. However, there seems to be a disconnect between the TRA officers that actually do the assessments and give you your TANSAT, etc., for bringing your cargo in when it's related to manufacturing of goods in EPZ or TIC zones, and what you're told when you're actually registering the company. So I was just wondering if you guys were able to align, or there was more work towards alignment of TRA with TIC and EPZ regulations.
Yeah, definitely. That's also the work in progress at the moment. We understand that there are a couple of overlaps and procedural alignment to happen, and we are working quite hard on that one. And I think also the previous speaker raised a similar point that we need to figure out how best to align not only the incentives but also the procedure of enjoying those incentives, and that's something that we're working on day and night, and make sure that it gets smoother as well. Yeah. So kwa kumalizia, naomba niseme mambo mawili. Jambo la kwanza, mamlaka yetu ya uwekezaji inafanya kazi kwa ajili ya umma pia, ambao kwa Kiingereza mnaita corporate social responsibility. Tunao wadau ambao tunashirikiana katika kutoa huduma kwa jamii. Na katika eneo ambalo iliyokuwa TIC, kituo cha uwekezaji, tuliamua kufanyia kazi ni eneo la kuwaelimisha vijana ili kuwa wawekezaji wa kesho. Kama tulivyomsikia Mheshimiwa Waziri alisema kwamba ili kuwa na Watanzania wanaoweza kumiliki uchumi wao ni muhimu wakapata elimu ya uwekezaji katika umri mdogo. In order to have Tanzanians take part in their own economic future, they have to know about investment from a very young age. So 2 years ago, we rolled out a scheme to train young people in high schools as well as universities, not only to understand what investment is, but to take early steps in making investments, including buying of DSC stocks and so forth. So the next presentation will tell you all about our CSR work, and if any one of you, any of our companies is interested in partnering with Tiseza or partnering with our partners to work on CSR, they are welcomed. My final comment is to appreciate my team from Tiseza, my colleagues, our directors, managers, and staff, as well as our sponsors and partners who have been able to make this event a success. Thank you very much, and I look forward to networking and engaging with each and every one of you. Asanteni sana.
All right, thank you very much, Gilly. Thank you for appreciating the DG, and it's always good to interact. You've also been introduced to the officials. There's a form at table. Please use it as best as you can. And now we're happy to present to you presentation on Tiseza and SYDF, the CSR initiative. Dr. Glory, it's my great pleasure to welcome you. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to this attentively. This may be something you're interested in. And then we'll hear testimonials from two SES investors. And after that, we'll welcome our sponsors to also give us a word before we continue with a vote of thanks by the chairman of the board. And we'll welcome you to lunch thereafter. Karibu sana, Glory. Doctor.
The permanent secretary, board chairman of Tanzania Investment Center, Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza, Ambassador Aziz Mlima, Director General of Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Mr. Gilad Terry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Dr. Gloria Mheta. I'm the founder and executive director of the Save Youth Dreams Foundation, which is a youth-led non-profit organization that was established with the sole focus of empowering youth to enable them to overcome challenges and live to their full potential. We are able to do this through a wide range of programs. That is, the mode of delivery of our programs is through mentorship, advocacy, training, capacity building, as well as offering technical assistance. Today, we are here as the official partners of Tiseza in the execution and implementation of their corporate social responsibilities. So since our partnership, we do share a common objective, which is actually to offer trainings and capacity building to the youth. And what we actually do is we train the youth on what investment is, what are the opportunities that are available to them, and we hope that in the future, they can become our next generation of investors, the smart investors. And as well, in this partnership, we do offer financial trainings on innovation as well as entrepreneurship. I'll take you through some of the major projects and events that we have done together in association with Tiseza. So early this year, we were able to launch a youth investment club at the University of Dodoma. The aim of this club actually is to train the youth on financial literacy, on investments, and actually it has modules. So the students, what they do is they learn for 6 months and they graduate. So we have, the official launch took place at the University of Dodoma, and further we established it at SUA University, Morogoro, and now we are keen to expand to Dar es Salaam IFM as well as UD. But the main objective of this of this club is actually to expand it nationwide to all universities in the country, in a way that we know during universities, in our studies, you're never trained about how to manage your finances. You're never trained about how investment really works. These are the things that you learn practically once you're in the field. So we saw that opportunity to actually take these trainings to the students in universities. And so far we have been able to reach over 8,000 students, youth, and we have also been able to partner with various organizations in the implementation of this, such as the ISEC Tanzania, the Youth Investors Association, Binti Saha Foundation, as well as the Ceres Foundation. Our main goal is to actually reach over 1 million youth by the year 2030. So we are actually really asking you guys, all of you here, to join hands with us to be able to actually reach a bigger impact and reach the over 1 million youth by the year 2030. Over the years, we've been able to also partner with various like-minded stakeholders, such as UTT, BRELA, DSC, NMB, VETA, and other institutional learning colleges. Also, why are we making this presentation to you? This is because Tiseza wants you to benefit from this collaboration that we're doing. They want you to have the direct access to the database. By database, I actually mean the youth that we are training. So these youth, once you want to recruit people in your companies, you can have direct access to this youth. What happens is the advantage is that you don't have to train them. They're ready to go. They know what investment is. They know how to do financial management. They know about innovations. So once you really want to employ, what you can do is you can reach to us through Tiseza, of course, and we can be able to give you this kind of youth that will be able to help you. They're just plug and play for you. Another thing is we want you and we encourage each and every one of you in your companies to join hands with us in the execution and implementation of these corporate social responsibilities. There are two ways that you can join. First, you can partner with us in the ongoing CSR activities and projects that we're already doing. You can partner with us through sponsorship and through mentorship. You can offer your trained personnel to come and train these youth in these investment clubs that are going on in the universities, or you can sponsor these financial literacy and investment literacy programs that we are doing. Also, what will this do? This will position your company not only as impactful and reasonable investment, but an investment that really touches the lives of the youth who are our next generation of investors. Another opportunity, as Mr. Gillard spoke about it, is you can actually partner with us in association with Tiseza to implement and customize CSR activities in your companies. But what will this do? Why wouldn't you want to partner with other organizations? The benefit that you'll have is that you'll have enhanced visibility and you'll have a full government support under the wing of Tiseza. This will be a very good platform for you, and also just look at it in a way as a return of investment, that you'll be expanding your market, you'll be expanding your sales, and you'll be expanding also how big your company is. So please join hands with us. Our goal, as I said, is to reach over 1 million youth by the year 2030. We cannot do it ourselves, but if we go all together, we can actually make this quite possible and go beyond these targets. So how can you do that? You can do that by becoming a member in this implementation and execution. You can invest in the youth-led clubs and programs that we're actually doing. You can sponsor the financial and investment programs that we are already doing as well. And also you can support the fundraising projects that we are doing. So these fundraising projects, what we are doing is actually we want to give back to the community, especially to the youth that in colleges and have disabilities. So what we want is to actually empower them and support them with learning and other utilities that they can need to make their lives and environment easier and smoother. So once this is set and well to go, Tiseza will reach out to you all. Please join hands with us in this and by giving back to the community. Please let's join hands in building industries that thrive through the test of time by creating a generation that can lead. Our booth is just outside. Our team is there. They can help you to take you through all the necessary information on what you need and how you can become a member and how you can also bring a big impact all together as one. Having said that, I'd really like to appreciate the Tiseza under the leadership of Director General Mr. Terry for believing in the vision that youth really matter, and investing in the youth at this moment is really becoming and creating a great economic change to the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Glory. That was brief and very much to the point. We also are happy that you have a point. Reaching over 1 million youth, I think that's worthwhile. It certainly is. That is a workforce, that is also an investment force. And I think if you're interested, there she is. Please step outside and let's do business together. So I'd like to call on testimonials. The General Manager of the Tanzania Tuku Government's Company Limited is Mr. Borja Treno Casanova. Where are you seated, sir? Oh, there you are. Okay, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear a testimony from him. And I'd say, how's business going? And, all right, great stuff. Here you are.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Borja Trenor, and I am the General Manager of Tanzania Toko Garments. And I'm here to briefly share what I believe it has been the key to our success in the last years in this great country, Tanzania. Back in 2011, our holding, our group, we decided to expand beyond China and Cambodia, which is where we have most of our operations. And we strategically understood that Africa would soon become a strategic manufacturing hub, which, by the way, it has been proven to be true. While other players in our industry were choosing to invest in countries such as Ethiopia or Kenya, we decided to look closely at variables that we believed would be, in the longer period, they would be more stable. Tanzania's excellent relationship with China and the US, the strategic location of Dar es Salaam being 20 minutes away from the port, 20 minutes away from the airport, young population and very peaceful society. All these factors definitely made us make the choice of Tanzania. And nowadays, which is easy to speak, it is clear that we made the right decision. But it wasn't just about convincing ourselves, it was also about convincing our customers, our clients, which was definitely the bigger challenge. In our industry, in the textile industry, when you move internationally, you need to have the support of your customers in terms of corporate social responsibility and others to make sure that the projects are successful. In any case, in 2011, we started our journey with over only 300 employees. Today, 14 years later, we're proud to say that we have become a reference point for brands such as Levi's or Walmart, with whom, by the way, we have signed agreements for exponential growth in the coming years. And today, we are already employing more than 6,500 people in the city of Dar es Salaam and producing more than 35,000 jeans every day. Beyond business, what makes us most proud is the impact that we are creating in the community. Employment changes a country. It transforms families, it builds stability, and it inspires ambition. And by training thousands of people in a highly valuable profession that we are doing for the future, we are helping to create opportunities that we believe will last for generations. The road has not always been easy, and we don't think that it's going to be easy in the future. If it were easy, anyone would do it. But we do believe that with the support of Tiseza, the future of Tanzania Toko Garments and Tanzania as a nation will go through a massive process of industrialization. And to finish, they say that a good pair of jeans may last many, many years. But trust me, a good decision will always last many more years. For us, that good decision was investing in Tanzania. Thank you very much.
That's very encouraging to hear. Fantastic. So we'll call on another testimony. Elvin Agri. From Elvin Agri, Syed Fazil, the business head. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to speak. With your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another testimony. If you wish to take it out, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Syed Fazil, representing Elvin Agri. We are into a business of organic and sustainable farming, and we are processing and manufacturing organic food products, superfoods, herbs and spices. We are also doing supplements as well. We are associated with the former EPZA, now Tiseza, as we have been registered from 2004, but commercially we have started in 2017. We are one of the largest organic processor and manufacturer of organic products. We do business in almost 22 countries. Currently, we are doing in 22 countries.
That's very encouraging to hear.
Major markets are Europe,
Fantastic.
Japan, USA.
So we'll call on another
with the help of
testimony.
Tiseza.
Elvin Agri.
Hopefully, we have
from Elvin
been doing
Agri,
local business as well. We have
Fazil, the
expanded
business
in
head.
African
It's
markets.
my great pleasure to
with the
welcome you
help
to
of
speak.
EPZ
With your
of
hands,
Tiseza,
ladies and gentlemen.
SEZ. And we also would like to thank Tiseza and all the staff, especially the DG, Mr. Terry, who has been working along from the beginning. From day one when this project started, when the collaboration of EPZ and TIC started, from day one Mr. Terry was interacting with us. He was getting involved from the ground level, and that's it. And hope we have a wonderful future ahead with the new organization. Thank you.
Okay, very optimistic. And thank you very much, Mr. Syed Fazil, the business head at Elvin Agri. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've acknowledged our sponsors today. We've given them certificates, and we have made them as prominent as possible for you to recognize them. May I please allow each one to come up and for their brief remarks once again. And let me begin with the head of GSM Foundation, CEO, representing GSM Group of Companies, Faith Gugu. And we already acknowledge them as our key sponsors today, Kilimanjaro Industrial Park Limited under GSM. Karibu sana, Faith. With your hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Asante sana Taji. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In the interest of time, please allow me to stand on the protocols established earlier on by Mr. Gilead Terry, Director General of Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority. As introduced by Taji, on behalf of GSM Group of Companies, I am honored to stand before you at this landmark gathering hosted by the Tanzania Investment Special Economic Zones Authority. We are proud to be the main sponsors of this milestone occasion, the launch of Tiseza flagship product, which is basically to place Tanzania as the manufacturing hub of Africa. This launch to us is more than a formality. It is a bold declaration that Tanzania is ready to welcome investment with world-class infrastructures, streamlined procedures, and competitive incentives that meet the international standards. The Special Economic Zones framework, is outlined in the earlier on presentations, offers unlimited opportunities for both foreign and local investors. These zones are designed to position Tanzania as Africa's new manufacturing and logistics hub, enabling us to capture regional and global market share in high growth industries. At GSM Group of Companies, we are more than participants in the investment ecosystem. We are partners in shaping it. Our diversified portfolio, as most of you may know, in manufacturing, logistics, retail, and fast-moving consumer goods reflects the same priorities driving these special economic zones, and that is the innovation, efficiency, and sustainable growth. We firmly believe that when the public and private sectors work hand in hand, we create conditions that investors, both local and international, can thrive. This is how we generate prosperity that touches not only businesses, but also the communities that we all try to serve. As I close my remarks, I would like to reaffirm GSM's group's unwavering commitment to working alongside the government, development partners, and our peer private sector to build a stronger and more inclusive economy, one that delivers lasting benefits to Tanzanians and for all who plan on investing in our future. Mwisho kabisa, please allow me, niwe mzalendo, nitumie Kiswahili. I would like to take this opportunity kuunga mkono, hoja ambayo alitoa Mheshimiwa Professor Kitila earlier, kumpongeza kakaangu, my brother and mentor Gilead Terry, ambaye whom I've had the privilege of working with toka akiwa mtumishi wa sekta binafsi na sasa hivi ni mtumishi wa umma. He has done an amazing job, yeye pamoja na timu yake. ya uwekezaji pamoja na kufanya biashara ya Tanzania. Kwa hiyo kama ambavyo presentations ambazo wamefanya earlier zinaonyesha, wao kama serikali wamejaribu kufanya kwa nafasi yao kututengenezea mazingira sisi kama sekta binafsi kuwekeza katika nchi yetu. Kwa hiyo kazi kwetu sisi kama sekta binafsi kuwekeza kwa ajili ya maendeleo ya nchi yetu. Baada ya kusema hayo, nichukue nafasi hii kuwashukuru sana kwa kunisikiliza. Asanteni sana.
Once again, our main sponsors, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please lend your ears to our sponsors, and it's my great pleasure to welcome Mr. Sam Mahimbi, the head of corporate and government business at Azania Bank. Karibu sana, Sam.
Thank you. Dear Board Chairman of Tiseza, Director General of Tiseza, representative from the Government of United Republic of Tanzania, investors, fellow stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. My name is Samson Mahimbi. I head a unit of corporate banking and government business at Azania Bank PLC, and I am here to represent our Managing Director, Dr. Esther Mangenya. It is a great honor for Azania Bank to be a part of this important platform, which will shape the direction of Tanzania's investment sector and contribute significantly to the achievement of Tanzania Development Vision of 2050. We are delighted that Tiseza has continued to work closely with us as the official partner, ensuring that investors receive the comprehensive services under one roof. And this is why the reason, once you visit the head offices of Tiseza, you will find Azania Bank Premium Lounge. The establishment of this Premium Lounge at the head offices of Tiseza reflects our commitment to providing investors with the fast, efficient, and high-quality banking services with the standard which you truly deserve. As the first indigenous private bank in the United Republic of Tanzania, and being majority owned by the social security funds, Azania Bank is a full-fledged commercial bank offering a wide range of financial services. Our customers can open both the business and personal current and saving accounts, and investors can benefit from our various loan facilities, which includes the business loans, the project financing loans, the mortgage loans facilities, the asset financing, and this, it is just to mention a few. We provide the financial support in all sectors. We provide the financial support in the manufacturing sector, tourism sector, agricultural sector, mining sector. This is just to mention a few. In addition, we provide the trade finance facilities designed to support both the domestic and the international trade. Some of these trade finance facilities which we are providing includes the letter of credits, the performance guarantees, advance payment guarantees, discounting facility, in order to ensure that your business transactions are secure, efficient, and internationally compliant. We warmly welcome all the investors who wish to invest in Tanzania to do that investment through Azania Bank. To ensure convenience, these services are also accessible through our digital banking platform, which include the internet banking, WhatsApp banking, and the mobile banking, in order to give you the flexibility to transact anytime and anywhere. As I'm winding up, I warmly welcome you all to visit our branches in Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar to get and experience the banking beyond the ordinary. Just to wind up, let me just a bit in the Swahili language. Ninawakaribisheni sana benki ya Azania. Sisi benki ya Azania tunamilikiwa na mifuko ya hifadhi ya jamii, yani PSSF, NCCF, NHIF na WCF kwa zaidi ya asilimia 99. Tuko na matawi Tanzania bara hadi kule visiwani Zanzibar. Tunatoa financial services zikiwepo account, lakini pia ikiwepo mikopo kwa ajili ya site financing, mikopo kwa ajili ya biashara, the overdraft facilities na kadhalika. Lakini pia tunaziwezesha sekta zote zikiwepo sekta ya madini, sekta ya kilimo, manufacturing na kadhalika. Karibuni sana Benki ya Azania, benki ambayo inamilikiwa na taasisi za serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiliza. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you for lending your ear to our sponsors. It's my great pleasure to welcome now Marina Mnyeke, representing Yinke Africa Tan Consultancy Limited. She's the General Manager. Your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Karibu sana. And so after her, we'll call on Clyde and Company, Barbara Mawala, the associate, and then we'll hear from the chair of Tiseza. Karibu sana.
Ladies and gentlemen, guest of honor, Professor Kitila, esteemed investors, Director General Julia Terry, distinguished guests, good afternoon to you all. My name is Marina Mnyeke. I'm the General Manager of Yinke Tanzania. It is a great honor to address you at this landmark event organized by Tiseza. As we gather here with leaders and innovators shaping Tanzania's special economic zones and export processing zones, we recognize the important role these zones play in driving economic transformation. Positioned at the heart of East Africa, they connect Tanzania to regional and global markets, creating opportunities for manufacturing, agro-processing, logistics, and export-oriented industries to grow and compete internationally. The opportunities within special economic zones and export processing zones are clear, but realizing them requires not only capital and ambition, but also the right local and international networks and resources. This is where Yinke Tanzania steps in. Our role is to help investors navigate the local environment, facilitate strategic partnerships, and ensure that each project is well prepared for success from the very beginning. Yinke Tanzania is part of the Yinke Global Service Network, which operates in 199 cities across 104 countries. Grounded on the principle of global mindsets, local instinct, this extensive platform allows us to link investors in Tanzania to resources and expertise worldwide. Whether an investor seeks to expand within Africa, Asia, Europe, or other Americans, including key hubs such as Dubai, Shanghai, London, New York, or Sao Paulo, we provide seamless, coordinated support through a single connected network. Here in Africa, our reach goes far beyond Dar es Salaam. We have offices in Nairobi, Lagos, Johannesburg, Lusaka, Addis Ababa, Casablanca, Luanda, Harare, and Cairo, and all among other issues. This Pan-Africa presence enables us to help investors not only establish themselves in Tanzania, but also scale their operations across the continent with consistent quality and local insight. Our focus in Tanzania is to provide one-stop, end-to-end investment facilitation services. Our team of local lawyers, accountants, tax advisors, and industry specialized works together to offer integrated, practical solutions that address every stage of an investor's journey. Over the years, we have built strong relationships with both public and private sector partners, including long-standing cooperations with the previous Tanzania Investment Center and Export Processing Zones Authority. Through multiple roadshows, investment promotion events, and bilateral exchanges, we have actively promoted Tanzania's opportunities and policy advantages to investors from China and beyond. We are committed to supporting investors throughout the journey, offering guidance, operational support, and strategic linkages that help turn opportunities into thriving enterprises. This commitment is not only about enabling individual success stories, but also about contributing to national development priorities and implementing Tanzania's broader economic growth agenda. As we have all seen, Synoda, this is a good example actually. We were honored to be with them during preliminary stages of the acquisition, making the signing we have witnessed today possible through many negotiations, contract reviews, and this is how we work and help our investors comply in Tanzania. By working in close collaboration with Tiseza, government institutions, local communities, and international partners, Yinka Tanzania will continue to support and complement national efforts to transform opportunity and into sustainable growth, helping position Tanzania as a leading investment destination in Africa and a vital link in the global economy. Actually, as Hon Professor Kitila mentioned, earlier we are also facing the same challenge. When our investors would come to our offices, some of the issues that maybe they were facing is they would go to TIC and TIC will tell them maybe go to EPZA. So now, what you really did was really thoughtful, and we thank you for this move. And conclusively, we thank you for the certificate of appreciation. Actually, to us, it is not just a certificate, but it is a value recognition of the shared commitment and collaboration. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Marina. And it's my great pleasure to call on Barbara Mawala, Associate at Clyde & Co. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands. As our final sponsor makes our comments, we'll then welcome the board chair for a vote of thanks. Karibu sana.
Good afternoon. Honorable Ambassador Aziz Mlima, Board Chairman of Tiseza, Mr. Gilead Terry, Director General of Tiseza, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. By way of introduction, my name is Barbara Mawala and I'm from Clyde & Co, Tanzania. We're an international local law firm assisting investors in various sectors and areas of law such as mining, energy, project and construction, agriculture, real estate, banking and finance, just to mention a few. We are pleased and honored to be a sponsor of this event today to celebrate Tiseza's milestone in the launch of Africa's new manufacturing hub and their AI chatbot. We are also happy to celebrate this milestone as we have also played an advisory role in the investment in the Buzwagi SEZ. Lastly, we would like to wish Tiseza continued success and more celebrated milestones. To new investors, karibuni sana Tanzania, and to existing investors, kazi endelee. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very worthwhile day since morning. I hope you've truly appreciated it. It's been an event where we've had the speeches, we've had the launches, we've also had the interactive presentations with some of your comments, we've had the proper introductions, we've had our sponsors and acknowledgments, and now we'd like to welcome our board chair to round it all off with a vote of thanks. And so it's my great honor to welcome you, Ambassador Aziz Honari Mlima. With your hands, ladies and gentlemen, our board chairman of the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza. Kindly move your vote of thanks to this very august audience. Karibu.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, investors in the room, on behalf of the board, management and staff of Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza, I'm deeply honored to convey our sincere gratitude to each of you for joining us at this historic occasion. The launch of National Investment Promotion Campaign for Special Economic Zones today gathering is more than a ceremonial event. It is a significant milestone in our collective mission to position Tanzania as a leading manufacturing investment hub in Africa. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment, confidence, and belief in Tanzania's economic vision and potential. investors in the room, we are profoundly grateful to you for officially for witnessing the official launch of this landmark campaign, and for your inspiring sorry, I was addressing the guest of honor, but we thank you for your presence here and witnessing this important historical occasion for the special economic zones. We extend our special appreciation also to the Permanent Secretary, the Minister, for being present here and launching this event, but also the Director General Terry for coordination with the team. And we had a very wonderful event this morning, and I would like to convey our heartfelt thanks also to event sponsors, GSM Group, Azania Bank, African Tan Consultants Limited, and Clyde & Company, whose generous support has been instrumental in making this event a success. We also acknowledge our special economic zone investors, developers, and partners who have shared their experiences and success stories today. These real-world examples underscore the transformative impact of special economic zones and serves as a powerful call to actions for others to invest in Tanzania. As you know, Tanzania is a very strategic investment destination. And as the DG said, and as the Minister presented in his speech, these special economic zones are both for local investors and for foreigners, foreign investment. So you are all encouraged to take part in this opportunity which the Tanzanian six-phase government is trying to make sure that all the Tanzanians are taking part in this important investment and business opportunities, so that you can grow. You can start small, but also be able to grow. But also the foreign investors will have the opportunity to get all these kind of incentive packages which Tiseza will be providing. And therefore, I would like to conclude by extending our gratitude to all participants, members of the media, and the dedicated organizing team for your contribution, engagement, commitment to making today's event a success. As we leave this hall, let me carry forward the spirit of partnership and determination that has defined today's event. Together, we can turn the vision of a vibrant, industrialized Tanzania into reality, making our nation a beacon of investment and economic growth in Africa. Asanteni sana, and thank you for listening, and may God bless you all.
Well, I don't have much more, but just to round it off on behalf of the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, Tiseza, thank you very much for attending in large numbers. Once again, our motto stands, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard from the testimonials. We are the next best new destination for investment in Africa. Welcome to Tanzania. You've heard the speeches from the guest of honor. You've heard from the permanent secretary. You've also heard from the DG with a very special presentation, and also the CSR aspect as well, in partnership with Tiseza. Please carry that. Dr. Glory is right there. Talk to her. Step outside and talk to her. Continue to network. But in the meantime, we also invite you to lunch, ladies and gentlemen. I believe you all have a coupon in hand. but you also have something a lot more important. You have the chatbot in the palm of your hand through your phone. Please use that to connect, and you've also been introduced to the individuals managing the key point areas. And so with that, we wish you a very good afternoon. We're all going down to the first floor. Please carry your coupon with you, and we wish you a great lunch. We thank you very much. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. The work continues. Mchana mwema. See you next time. Karibuni sana. Please mind your items on the tables. Pick those up. And our sponsors have drinks on the table. We just wanted to note that those are not for demonstration. Please carry those. If you're not going to drink them, if you have a big bag, why don't you carry them for the kids? Karibuni sana mabibi na bwana. Hivyo vinywaji naomba tuondoke navyo. Sawa. Let's put them in the car. Wapatie watoto nyumbani. If you're not going to have some of it, okay? Karibuni sana na tunawashukuru sana pia wadhamini wetu. Mchana mwema, lunch njema. Tunakwenda ghorofa la kwanza. Naomba ubebe kuponi yako tafadhali.